Why did it work the first time? Am I going mad? Probably. Probably. Would seem to me. Yep, the black tile has gone away. Maybe it gets redrawn somehow. Or x never equals 0 while y equals 1. Which seems extremely unlikely. Well, let's try tilepause x and tilepause y. Oh, so it seems like there's a timing issue with coloring a tile, which is just so much fun. All right. Let's assume, let's get rid of the loop entirely and then just draw tiles deterministically. Let's go. Let mute top tile equals tile bundle position tile pause x origin x y origin y tile map ID, texture index, and default. And we spawn that one. Tile bundle. Top tile rather. ID. Tile storage. Set and tile pause. Hang on. Oh, we do need the position. That's okay. Tile pause. X origin. X, Y, origin, Y. Okay. Expected 2 arguments, found 1. Yes, you're right. Top entity. Okay, so we're just creating one tile. And then we'll create another one. I don't know, left. X is origin X. Uh-oh. It's a Snowco raid. Hey, how you doing? Hey, this is a good chance to test my shoutout command. It may not be working. Let's try it. Yeah, it's not working. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. We'll get there eventually. We will. Did it come up with an error? No, it didn't. How's it going? Well, we are playing with tile maps, and it's very slow because none of the documentation says what kind of coordinate system they use. How's it going with you? How was your script writing? Okay, so origin x plus 1. So in this case, that should be 1. Actually, why don't we just set it to be 1? And origin y is 0. Different coordinate system. It's a diamond coordinate system, and everyone seems to disagree on what that actually is. So we're kind of winging it. So left entity, parent spawn, top tile, no. Parent spawn left. And then we'll do 1 and 0. So we're just deterministically setting coordinates, and then there'll be no way for there to be any kind of misunderstanding, we think. Left entity. Okay. And all that's left for us to do is the right-hand side of the triangle. It sounds super wonky. It really is. If I was a better programmer, I would probably already know this. But since I'm not, we're going to go x0, y1. 0, 1. And we will replace left with right. And save, and everything will probably crash, but that's just fine. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, go run. Will it crash? Will it crash? Ah, I would never have guessed that. Okay, so this is 0, 0. I assume this is 0, 1, and this is 1, 1. I think. I'm so confused. I don't know, man. I just don't know. We can probably prove it by adding one more tile, I think. Hang on. Making the GameCube logo. I know, right? We went 0, 0, 1, 0. Oh, okay. So that might be 1, 0. And then we went 0, 1. What? Well, let's add 1, 1 and see if it shows up in this empty space there. It's all exploratory, folks. It's all exploratory, folks. Thank you for the raid. Do you feel like you're progressing your whole script issue thing? How's it going? Best beat your goal for words for the day. So pretty oh, nice. Grats. Other. We'll call it other. And it's 1, 1. And 1, 1. And just to make sure we're not screwing anything else up, we'll make sure this is set to 0, 0. And 0, 0. Ah. No, that's right. 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, and 1, 1. If this isn't a tiny little square, I'm going to be very confused. Aha. Okay. So, I have to assume 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. In which case it goes 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. And then 1, 0, 1, 1. No. God damn it. I think I can prove it if I add a couple more beginning with 0. Because if they all display down this way, then we'll know. If they don't, then we'll know something else, but I'm not quite sure what we'll know. But we're figuring it out. God damn it. Okay. So let's raid and run. Dinner won't cook itself. Absolutely. Please go and rest and have a good evening. Thank you. I'll try. It's maths, you know. I mean, it's very simple, basic maths, but it's still maths. Okay. Let's go. Can't wait till it, yeah. till they display all kinds of weird ass patterns. All right, here we go. We're gonna make this work. What we will do is we've got 0, 0, 0, 1. This is going to be 0, 2. I probably should be doing this in a loop, but I can't be asked. Copy and paste will work just fine. Two. And then 3. Why did that not work? And this will be 3. Okay. Right entity doesn't get used. Oh, what have I missed? God damn it. I missed a line. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass. No, it's not. I'll be right. It'll be down here. No, it's not. All right. Copy this line. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Okay. All right, here we go. So, Rust blocks. It's very much like using Scratch. Okay. So, what the hell? That is not what I expected to happen. Hypothesis. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. So it's going up. Therefore, 1, 0, 1, 1. if that's the case, we have to start from 0 and build across to the largest dimension and then subtract in order to get what we want. And our bottom left triangle is always going to be the start, which would kind of make sense in a diamond pattern if I kind of expected it to start from the top, but I suppose there's no real good reason why it should. The origin could be to the far left. If I take away the 1 1 and the 1 0 and the 1 1, and those two disappear, then we'll know, right? So let's do that. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so it starts at 0 0 and it goes upwards. Quick puppy check. Yep, they're both there. Okay. It's cold tonight. They're kind of preserving warmth. Okay, good. So, in that case, we should be able to build a loop now. We start at 0, we go upwards. So, we only want to consider the max width of one side of the block, basically. So, we want for x and 0 to size x. That is correct. Our y will range between size y so x is going to be the full range, but y is not going to be the full range. We're basically trying to paint half of a trapezoid, if I understand this correctly. So hang on. We've got 0, 0 0 0 1 0 2 0 3 1 1 0 1 1 1 2 1 3. Sorry, 1 0 1 1 1 2 2 0 2 1 2 2 3 0 3 1 4 0 4 1 5 0 6 0. That doesn't make any sense. No, that's because it's in it's not in an isometric pattern, right? That's the problem there. So there's too many squares fit in. Whereas in reality, they all jut into each other. What we want is 1 0 1 1 1 2 2 0 2 1 3 0. That's what we're talking about. So the range of y, these were x. X goes all the way up a side. Y goes all the way across the side, but we gradually reduce the number of x. Okay. I think I get that. All right, so let's say let mute tile count equals 4. No, equals size x. For x in 0 to tile count, for y in 0 to size y. Hang on, is that going to be right? No, because it'll do the same number each time. I think we actually want 0 to size to tile count as well. Trying to get my brain wrapped around this. And then at the end of essentially it has to be while size x, while tile count does not equal 0, or while tile count greater than 0. Tilepos is going to be origin x plus x, origin y plus y. Is it definitely plus? Yes. And then the tile bundle. Hey, Wardrobe. How you doing? Hope you're feeling better. Forgot to redeem earlier. You're all good. Okay. And then this one doesn't have to be mutable. Feeling pretty good. Just need to stop the boredom. Yeah, you came to the right place, man. Yes, for x and 0 tile count, and then tile count. Hey, Yag, how you doing? We're doing stupid calculations about pyramids. I'm sure this would be an interview question that I would fail. For x and 0 to tile count. And then we would need to tile count minus equals 1. And then we need a loop, essentially. While tile count is greater than 0, possibly, or greater than or equal to 0. Not sure about that one. This doesn't quite seem right, but let's just see what happens. Pyramids sound fun. Yeah, maybe. Oh, we got ads. Sorry about that. Ah, okay. So I actually ended up re-implementing the first one. Oops. That is not what I wanted. I don't want all this shit. So this is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. But then I've gone 1, 0. I don't want that. And I think that's always going to happen because of the y. Because y always starts from 0. I wonder if this should actually be for y in x to tile count. Just curious. That looks right to me, but I can't tell why, so to speak. Yeah, all right. So that's what you call an instinctive solve. Yeah. 0, 1, no, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0. Right. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, and 3, 0. Wait. That can't be 3, 0 because y is never going to be 0. Can it? I don't know, but it got the right answer. Oh, God. Okay. It got the right answer. So I should now be able to generate larger ones. So let's go tilemap size. Um, 10. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nice. So I don't know why the scroll's so janky. It's weird. All right. So in theory, our little guy can hop down all of these. All right. I can build a map. Good. Problem solved. Let's go. Initial pyramid fill solve. Probably not great, but we'll take it. Okay, now we need to spawn a sprite. We need to associate the sprite with a tile pos, and we need to be able to move from one tile pos to another. I can do that. Let's see, do we have a player? We do not. Let's create a player module by looking at lib mod player. Use create, no, not yet. Player plugin. And we'll go a source player rs. Import, I don't know, read, say map rs for a few basics, because I can never remember all the syntax. Player plugin. Shouldn't need the tilemap plugin on this one. On enter game state playing init. I do agree with that. Derive component player. Hey Wolfric, how you doing? We're having fun with pyramids and Bevy ECS tilemap, and we don't understand coordinate systems very well. In it. I'm seriously tempted to start spelling it that way now. Okay, so we don't want that yet. Or that. Or that. Okay, we have a player plugin. Now, we're going to need a texture. We were going to use a kiwi. Can we find some reference art on kiwi pixel art? Just so we can see how people do it. No, not kiwi fruit, you dicks. That's not a kiwi. This is a kiwi. This thing right here. This is a kiwi. And this is a kiwi made to look like a kiwi fruit. Oh, I despair of the world, I really do. This is good. But I don't think it would look very good in isolation. Isolation? I didn't mean isolation. What did I mean? Isometric. It wouldn't look good in isometric. Just out of interest. Imitation is the sincerest form of stealing things. Kiwi pixel art. Kiwi bird pixel art. Okay, now we're talking. All right. How do people do it? I've only got 32 pixels, damn it. I'm not made of pixels. I mean, money. I mean, pixels. This one's extremely cute, but it's way too detailed. It's kind of like two stubby little legs, a long beak, and a little dot for an eye. All right. Let's, I don't know, riff a little here. We've got 32. Well, do we have 32 pixels? Because he's going to have to fit on top. You have the same problem I do. You can only put so much detail in 32 by 32. I know, right? And I don't even know if it's going to be 32 by 32, because if we look at the original kiwibert, first of all, he was super non-detailed, which is great. But, and I mean, it might have even been as simple as that, which is awesome. But how big is that? What are we saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably 16 by 16, right? And we know that the tile was 32, 32, but he's got to be able to fit in the surface. Oh, God damn it. Player plugin, not a thing yet. Did I not save it? What is your problem with me? What is your problem? Have I not imported you? Why? What? Why? Why what? Why what? What? Why? Okay, why what? Okay, so if we assume that this thing, this monstrosity, this thing, if we assume that one of these things is 32 to 32 at this distance and 32 to 32 at this distance, if we plonk our sprite in the middle of that, if it's also 32 by 32, is it not going to be too big? I feel like it is, right? So we probably want it to be either 16 by 16 or 28 by 28 or something like that. Let's look at the way they did that kiwibert. He's got two little pokey legs and a snout, and that's it. And if you get him a little bit bigger, so he's got more detail, not that much more. And then you come up to this level of detail. And even then, not a whole lot. That's actually a picture of someone putting him on a wall, I think, or a cake. That's pretty cool. I love this little sprite. Let's not overthink it, because overthinking is the enemy of something. Let's try sprite size of... Let's try 32, 32 and see what happens. We'll try it. We'll try it. We'll figure it out. We'll try it. What's a kiwi brown? Stubby legs. And it kind of bunches out from the legs. Overthinking is the enemy of... have to think about that one. You're right. You do have to think about it. You would think that all Kiwis would be able to draw our national bird, right? Whoa, stop that. Clearly that's the wrong dimensions. Let's have another look at some reference art. Actually the head kind of sits up quite high on the overall shape. This is awesome, by the way. How cool is that? Street art. Oh, A-art energy. No, go away, AI art. God damn you. You made me like you. Oh, Kiwis actually have a little tail section. Huh. What do you think about the pixel perfect option in Aspirate? Well, let me ask you a question. What is the pixel perfect option in Aspirate? Oh, look at that. Pixel perfect. What does it do? Click on pen. I just hit B. Where is the pen? Are you getting the idea that I actually don't know what I'm doing? Draw a curve. Okay. Ooh. What does it do? Yeah, B is the pen. I just hit B. I'm a keyboard person. Now draw without it. I don't know. What did I... I don't know, dude. You're going to have to explain to me in very small sentences. It's a proboscis. It's meant to produce cleaner lines. Interesting. Do you like it? Do you think it's better? There won't be pixels in cardinal directions when you draw a curve. Ah. What about actual photos of kiwis? To get proportions. Look how beautiful. It's got such giant feet, man. As someone who had a terrible pixel art redeem, sometimes I find it annoying. I see. It's alright for some things. Huh, so when would you choose to use it, do you think? He doesn't look good. Okay, first of all, the feet are essentially giant. So, like massive feet. Thick kiwi. I mean, it could be worse. You know what? It doesn't matter right now. We just need a placeholder. So just save as. kiwi PNG. Okay. it's a bit of a mutant, but it's all right. It's all right. Nobody panic. Everything's fine. Okay, so first of all, let's go load him. And we'll go 23 asset path equals textures kiwi PNG pub kiwi handle image. At least it's not AI generated. You know it's not AI generated. It's RI generated. It's rich intelligence generated. It's BI for basic intelligence generated. That's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. Okay. Let kiwi equal basic generated. It's basic. Let kiwi equals textures kiwi clone to get the handle, and then we go commands spawn and we add insert player. So that's our marker component, and then we add, I think you add an animation thingamywhatsit. You do, you add an animation thingamywhatsit. Don't quote me on that. I need to look at my code for stone in the other game. So in his init, he has the base layer to acquire the right tile. Yeah, and an animation indices. A transform to get him in the center of the world. And this texture atlas layout. And the layouts is resmute assets texture atlas layout. And then texture assets is res texture assets. Texture assets, where do we use that? I see. In the sprite sheet bundle. All right, we need to copy all of this because I'm never going to remember all that. Excuse me. So we're just going to steal it, basically. Why would you reinvent the wheel when you can steal things? Stealing, man. Oh, boy. Okay. First of all, I hate virtual text most of the time. Now, many of these things will fail. Many of them. Let's go through it one at a time. Can't find type base layer. There you go. Now you can find it. Resource handle. That is not a thing. I will look that up in a bit. That is not a thing. Okay, I need to look it up now. Where does this come from? It comes from source resources mod. Okay. Because why? Resource types. Resource config. Is this all because I was using that RON loader? Oh man. I want simple. I don't want complex right now. Give me simple, man. Resource handle, resource types, resource config. Hopefully I don't need this. That's my hope. That's my hope. Let's get rid of this for now. And just see where we get to. Okay, texture atlas layout from grid, Vec2 new. They've changed that, have they, from the new version? Okay, good to know, good to know. Arguments are incorrect, expected U32. Right, so they've changed that as well for Bevy 14. I gotcha, I gotcha. Cool. Animation indices is not a thing right now. Still isn't a thing. Did I declare this? I feel like I created that. I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, 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 I did. Okay, what's the next problem? Character Z. Let's just try. Let's just try 1 for want of a better word. And that probably needs to be a float. Yep. Okay. Hash map. Now we want Bevy's hash map, not the standard one. Oh, we don't need carrying capacity. What am I talking about? That's for the other game. Command, spawn, player. Insert. Animation south is the animation indices. Let's go with idle. Animation indices first 0, last 0. And idle. Animation timer from seconds 0.1 repeating. Can't find animation timer. This time I don't think I created that one. Maybe I did. Oh, right. It'll just be a regular timer, right? Animation timer, animation timer. Yeah. Hey, it's a Panda Slam. Very late Soninko raid. It's long gone, buddy. You missed it. But welcome. Animation timer, right. So we need one of those. Create that. Cool. And now we can animate. 26 down. We mark with command spawn player. Insert. Why would we spawn character, insert character? That's dumb. Destination. We don't have a destination. Facing direction. We don't have one of those. Inventory. We don't have one of those. Sprite sheet bundle doesn't exist anymore. It's a texture atlas alongside a sprite bundle instead. Yeah, that's a change. Kind of missed it. I'm here, baby. That's a change in 0.14. So sprite sheet bundles went away. Use texture atlas alongside a sprite bundle instead. I'm going to look up the changelog for that. Look, we've been drawing kiwis. They're really bad kiwis, but these are beautiful kiwis. See, look. Ha! It's more like a brown chicken. So, Bevy 0.14 sprite sheet bundle. Sprite sheet bundle. Here we go. Deprecate sprite sheet bundle. Okay, deprecate blah 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 in favor of including texture atlas as a separate component alongside sprite bundle and image bundle respectively. Okay. So, oh, puppy. Double puppy. Puppy. I need a better camera solution. I'll figure it out eventually. Okay, so we want the texture atlas to be a separate component. That is a Bevy 14 change. And then there is no atlas on this one. And so this is not animation south anymore, it's idle. And this is texture atlas, texture assets. No, not characters. Kiwi. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We don't have stats. Stats are not a thing right now. Stone is not a thing. Tilepos is a thing. We want to start at 0, 4, let's say. Okay. Simulate back and forth from PC. Totally. Totally. Okay. So we need to get the transform from translation tilepos center and world. Yeah. So tilepos is actually, yeah. Tilepos. And this should be 04. So we're getting the transform from the tilepos. So where is it in the world? Where's center and world? We're about to get ads by the looks of things. And then we're translating that into a transform that we can position the sprite bundle with. I have absolutely no idea if this is going to work or not. Like, absolutely no idea. No. Okay. It's not floating around anywhere. Bevy asset loader. Kiwibert is done. Kiwibert menu. Okay, but we definitely don't have a sprite anywhere. And that's fine. We just haven't figured it out yet. It's not floating around somewhere, is it? I haven't positioned it weird. No. Okay. Possibly the z-axis might be an issue. Oh, this will be an issue. Texture atlas layout from grid 6x6. It's actually 1x1. And the size is wrong. Okay. And then we'll change the map to 0 to 4x4. And then we'll try again. And we crashed. Why did we crash? The len is 0, but the index is 0. Index is out of bounds. Okay. And that'll be because I tried to use base layer before it existed, I bet. Probably hadn't finished populating it yet. Okay. So right, I tried to insert into the base layer. And I shouldn't have, right? Oh no, this is map. Command spawn empty, ID. Commands entity base layer insert. So what's in player that could have disrupted that? I shouldn't change that translation for one thing. Tile pos center and world. Right, grid size, map type, base layer, queue, get single, else return. So is it, where is it failing here? Is it failing because is it maybe failing because of the animation, the texture atlas layout? I think I need to see that error again. For efficiency, a lot of the tile map functions kind of aren't checked. There is a checked version of them, but you have to actually invoke it purposefully. Otherwise, it gives you the unchecked one. Okay, so the panic is in kiwibert map init. All right. Bevy state transitions, last transition, kiwibert game state, run enter kiwibert game state, main schedule run main. Okay, so it's in map init, not in player. And we changed the size to 0.4. I wonder if that was the problem. What happens if we change that to... Oh, wait, 0.4 doesn't make sense, does it? It should be 4.4. Right. Let's try that. Even if we don't put tiles in all of them, it still has to have that size. No, same deal. Length is 16, but the index is 16. Slightly different deal. Let's go back to 1010 just to see if we get the same problem. Ah, we don't. But we still don't have a character. All right. At what point do I induce a crash at that state? Oh, tile map size is different. Okay. All right, I understand now. So, wow. That was pretty bad. So let's just go map size and get rid of that particular bug. Okay, now we should be able to go 4.4. D. All right. We're back into rational areas, rational things that I understand. Okay. So, why don't we have a character yet? What am I missing? What am I missing? I am calling the function, right? Oh, maybe I'm calling it before. Maybe I'm calling it before it's ready. On enter game state playing in it. You can also do a run after kind of thing. But I don't know that I need to necessarily. Tile piles is 0, 4, which should in theory be the top of the pyramid. And we do a query on base layer, but maybe base layer hasn't existed yet or doesn't exist yet. And so it's just returning out of here. I bet that's what's happening. I've had this issue before in the last game. So how do I ensure? Maybe I need like a map building state. Or how do I ensure it? I could go init run if run after map init create map init. Oh, that's not a thing? I thought it was. It's after, isn't it? No. I've forgotten what this is. Let's try looking at Stone RS again. Run if run once. Oh yeah, init after create map base layer. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's private. I'm sure this is probably not the way to do it, but let's get it working. What do you say? Hey! Yeah, kiwi. It's a kiwi. It's a little kiwi. I don't know, it might be too big. I think he might be too big. Also, that claw is seriously malformed. But it is recognizably a kiwi. So that's good. It's drawing, interestingly, it's drawing kind of, if we look at where the sprite edges are, that bottom corner is centered. Yeah, I don't know why it's picked that position. We're definitely going to have to use an offset of some kind. I'm just not quite sure how to. I don't understand why it's positioned like that. Maybe so that the bottom corner of the left of the sprite would be right in the middle of that. So we're probably going to have to subtract a good 16 from it. And just offset it like that all the time. Unless there's a way you can choose to orient it differently. Yeah, so why don't we go... We could just resize them. Transform. And then transform x minus equals 16. I really don't know what I'm doing right now. Oh, translation, right? Sure, why not? Let's just see what that does. Yeah, he's close. Probably a bit too far. What about 8? And then a bit down as well. So Yeah, not quite. We'll get it right. I do think he needs to be smaller. So let's see what we can do about that. What happens if we just do a resize? It's going to look terrible, but it already looks kind of terrible. So let's go with not 16, but what? 24? Nearest neighbor? I think we're going to need to take up all the room here. And we probably should get his claws all the way down to the bottom. So something like that. Gives his butt a bit of a butt lift. Okay, that's pretty bad, but let's just let's just roll with it for now. I think his head should be bigger. He's a cartoon kiwi after all. Looks a bit too much like a duck. Doesn't have much of a personality. But I don't know. We'll roll with it. All right, so 24 by 24. Now we need to adjust some of this. So anywhere we see 32 is probably going to be wrong. 24, 24, 1 by 1. Topos is correct. Y translation is probably going to be 4. X might be 6. Yeah. Let's try that to see where we end up getting positioned. Not quite what I had in mind, but it's still recognizably a kiwi. Sort of. So we need the X translation to be quite a bit further back. I don't understand why that wasn't more dramatic. I think maybe because I moved it all the way down to the bottom of the frame. Okay. So let's go line 17. That was not what I wanted. Let's go minus equals 10. And maybe 6. Wish I could make it so that it always popped up a sway floating window instead of a... Oh, that needs to go even further. Wonder what was wrong with the other image. I think we probably need more like 12. The little things that... actually, let's make it 16. The little things that game engines with editors make easier. The micro adjustments. It's a kiwi bird. We're not quite there. Maybe needs to go slightly further up, but then I think we're close. Okay. So let's make that 6 again. And cool. So our new commit is Okay. Kiwi bird. How do we bring back the basic can? Oh, we can't actually. Maybe I should do that. Let's go with main. There we go. There's the basic cam. Oh, okay. Take it easy. Hope you feel better. Have a really solid sleep, man. Okay, so get yes. So add Kiwi's player sprite. Okay, cool. So we're making progress. We're making progress. We're making progress. Now we need to make it move. So for that we need cargo add leaf wing input manager. Nice. Oh, right. I mislabeled it, but never mind. Asset UI. Yeah, sure. And then we need to look at our controls and figure out what we need from the ones that we wrote for stones. So let's go to, I want to say characters, RS. Is that where all the control stuff is? Controls. Yeah, let's try that. Controls. Oh, well, they don't exist. Character mod RS. Is this where the leafwing stuff is? No. 6 ways. Control? Input? Where did I leave it? Input mod. Oh yeah, this looks right. Okay, so we derive some actions, which are action likes, and they're basically enums by the look of them. Menu action, designated area action. Okay. So I assume we're just going to be using ASDF. Oh, I don't think I wanted all of that, did I? Actually, maybe I did. Let's go source input RS. Use leafwing input manager prelude star. Yes, you're right. Let's add it to the module tree. Mod input. And 35 input plugin. And I do need to add the other thing. Which is... Oh no, we've already got input manager plugin action. Now we only need really one action, which is movement. We'll just move. Now, I need to think about the directions we can move. We can move up and right, which is north east. We can move northwest, We can move southeast, and we can move southwest. Cool. All right. I also have to bear in mind that we're going to have room for the little discs that you can hop into to teleport you. So I have to leave room around the edge of the map for those. What's the problem here? Cannot find derived marker reflect. We have to enable a feature for that, I think. Bevy reflect. Hey, there we go. Nice. Use create. Wait, what? Oh, duh. I haven't imported Bevy. That would help. Duh. My tea is cold. The hell is the time? Oh, it's after 10. Shit. Time flies. I might see if I can get movement going and then go to bed. Okay. We want add plugins, input manager plugin, movement. Or just move. And then the rest of this can actually go away. What is time plugin? This thing? Huh, okay. Global actions. All right. Starting to wonder if some of this should have gone in player, but it doesn't matter. Input manager bundle, move, input map, action. So we want move, northeast, move, northwest, southeast, and southwest. Now, these key codes, we need a combination. And I think to do that, you just use, it's like a chord, right? But you just use, I think it's just a tuple. I'll have to look it up. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. All right, let's check Leaf Wing Input Manager. Yeah. Examples. Chord. Clash handling. Default controls. Two actions will be triggered by the same combination of buttons, and one input is a strict subset of the other. Here we go. Input chord, new. Cool. That's what we needed. So, input chord, new. Key code. So northeast would be W. And key code key D. What's the problem? No, that should be, what did I do wrong? Let's check docs.rs. Insert chord. Maybe it's just called chord. Combination of buttons, vec input kind. What am I missing? Why did that example use input chord? I have missed something. I see, it's a defined, they've defined a type. Is there more of a documentation site for this, or is it just... Looks like we got some ads floating through. I will not be too far away from going to bed, I think. User input chord. Maybe if we just search the examples for chord. That's the only one. What? Can I not just create chord? Or does it have to be like multiple keys? Wow, it's not even letting me do that. I thought it would be leaf wing, input manager. User input chord. From an iterator over inputs of the same type convertible into an input kinds. User input chord, control F. Okay, like that. All right, let's try that. Okay. Let's try that then. User input chord, key code. So northwest, so we still want key W, but now we want key code, key A. And then user input chord, key code, key S, key code, key D, user input chord, key code, key S, key code, key A. All right, we got there. All right, now the actions that correspond to those things. How do we do that part? We've got our input map. We then have to listen to the action and take action on it, or do something when we get that action. So in, for example, crafting RS, I think we do. I think. No. Where do I use it? Leaf wing. Input manager. No. I just need to look it up. Let's find the examples again. Getting started. We've got our action. We've got our input manager bundle. Query for the action state component in your game logic systems. Okay, cool. Yep. Yes, please. Yes, please. So, in player, we want a movement. Add systems. Update. Movement. Run if in state, game state, playing. So we don't want to run it when we're not in playing. Okay. Query is query action state move with player. Nice. Action state is query single. If action state just pressed is move northeast. Moving northeast. So we'll go info. And we'll import that type. And we're good. So hopefully if we run this, we should see a bunch of little indicators. Oh, and we crash. Panicked at input RS. Error adding plugin Bevy time. Plugin was already added. Okay. Well, let's not do that again. Okay, let's try that. All right, so if I press northwest, nothing happens. If I press northeast, oh, I'm not playing. And we crashed. We gotta love the crashes. I tried to learn some Bevy, but all the online resources are outdated and I can't get a simple player movement system to work, so I gave up. How you doing, Tuna the Cuba? It's an experience. I really like it. You do have to get really good at reading docs and example code, and they're not always up to date. But yeah, I'm just learning myself. So, okay, kiwibert player movement called result unwrap on an error value. Interesting. Why would we have done that? What would be the error? Oh, probably this query single, maybe? We don't have action state move. Query single is does return a result, right? So we should do else return. No, I guess not. Panics if the number of query items is not exactly 1. Oh, right. Interesting. Maybe that's the issue. We wonders. Kind of want to get this working before I go to bed. Why would it panic on that? And it returns a what? A single read-only query item when there is exactly one entity matching the query. I think I want to see the error again. Immediately dies. Player RS72, which is that. Called result unwrap on an error value, no entities. Query state. Oh, there isn't any. Action state, kiwibert input move. Okay, it's been a little while since I did this. Oh, did I not spawn it? No, I did. Input manager bundle move with its input map. Oh, with player. Right. That we didn't do. Okay, yeah. This should actually go in player. In theory. Yeah, okay. Okay. We can do that. Let's do that. Let's put it in player. So we'll keep this. Do you have to use user input chord for player movement? I tried just using keycode, keyw, or whatever, and I couldn't get it to work. So the reason I've put chord is because we're doing an isometric game, and I want to be able to use specific directions, which are going to be key combinations, right? Because if you wanted to go up and right, you would use W and D if you're using W, S, A, D, or whatever. So I guess you're going to have to press two keys at once. I'm not completely sure if that's going to work or not, but let's give it a go. I've also previously just used, if you're holding down W, then you increase the translation upwards, basically. Okay, so let's see. We need to move the stuff to player. Input manager bundle move. Where does that match? That matches there. Okay. And we need to import all of this. We'll move the type. Actually, no, maybe we won't. We'll need that. I think we will move this. I was just thinking we might need it for enemy movement as well, but we'll just see when we get there. And then this can go away. And we'll move it out of lib. And we'll move input plugin out. And I think that's all. So in player, we should... Oh, we don't use that anymore? Whoa. All right, we're almost there, I think. Where did I put move? Did I not paste it in? It's probably still sitting in the registry somewhere. Struct move. Oh, there it is. It's in 9. No, not like that. There we go. Oh boy. Okay, so now we should have the action state move associated with the player. In theory. Now, let's just test whether it crashes still. It does not. Very cool. Now, down here I should see a little notice note. Apparently I'm typing into there and I do not want to be. Oh, of course. I'm already using those keys for camera movement. Shoot. Yeah, that's not going to work. All right, let's go to camera. Yeah. Apparently I was already using Leafworking Input Manager. We're going to have to rebind those to what? Arrow keys? Tony McMapface, yeah. It's for bloom. You have to use this particular very neutral, subtle but intentional hue shifting. It's a real thing. It always makes me laugh when I see that name, though. Like I didn't just make it up. Okay, so this one is going to have to change. Let's go with, I guess, arrow keys. What are they called, though? Arrow. Ah, yeah, arrow. Here we go. Ding. Arrow west. So that's going to be arrow left. Camera movement east is going to be arrow right. Camera movement south is going to be arrow down. Arrow up. I hate using arrow keys, so I'll probably change it, but that'll do for now. Good. And we've got zoom on mouse wheel. All right, let's try again. Hopefully there's no conflict now. Doo-doo. All right. Do I see some output? No, I do not. No output whatsoever. Okay, that sucks. I don't know why. Let's try again. Let's go back to player. And let action state query single. If action state just pressed move northeast, I should have got output. I did not. Therefore, this user input chord thing, I don't think is working in the same way that I thought it was. Creates a user input chord from an iterator over inputs of the same type converted into an input kind. All right, so let's look at the type for user input chord. A combination of buttons pressed simultaneously. Rip your uniqueness guarantees. A combination of buttons pressed simultaneously. Yeah, why would that not be working? Why would it not fire? How does the camera actually work? How do you make the camera move by adding the enum? Okay, so that I can show you. So camera movement, you basically just want to change its translation. So every thing that is on the screen has a transform, and every transform has a translation, and the translation has X, Y, and Z coordinates. And in a 2D game, X and Y are, coordinates on the screen, and Z is how close you are to the camera. So I've got these arrow keys bound to the camera movement, which I've defined. And then in the controls, this gets called on every update. And we have a query for the current position of the camera. And we, if we've got action state pressed, say the arrow key, we add some eastward movement. In other words, we increase the X coordinate. And the longer you hold that down, the more that X coordinate is going to get increased. So it'll move to the right. I feel like you tried that exact thing, but you can never get it to work. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely some trial and error, but there's lots of tutorials and examples and things floating around. Okay, but what I can't understand is why my player movement is not working. If just pressed, what about is pressed? Why don't we try pressed? Oh, didn't like that. User input. Oh, right. I forgot to set this out. I couldn't get player movement to work either, and I tried for hours for multiple days. I'm sorry. Sometimes it helps to start from an existing tutorial and just start modifying that. An existing example, rather. I really feel like I should be seeing some output, but I am not. Is it possible I'm not running that function and I'm just dumb? The answer to your question is yes. Yes, it is possible. Run if in state game state playing, update, movement. Let's just do something stupid like info. Hi, I am in the movement function. And we should see lots of spam, hopefully. Yep, so we're definitely running that function, that's for sure. But our chord is not working, so I've missed a step somewhere. Let's operate on that assumption, and maybe we should check what we did with the camera and see if we've missed anything in terms of initializing that bundle. Oh, I didn't call build. Was I supposed to? I bet I was. I bet you I was. Oh no, because I used input map default insert multiple build. Maybe instead of trying to press two buttons, just have one button do a diagonal translation. Yeah, maybe, but I feel like the controls are people are gonna expect to control it that way. Besides, I want to see how it works. Curiosity killed the Bevy. I used insert multiple and then build rather than the other format. I wonder if that would be better. I don't see why. I've got input map default, insert. Let's just try it. I don't see why it would be different, but We are missing a step somewhere. Oh, yeah. I very much doubt that'll be different, but I'd like to know. Definitely not. Okay, so there was no point in that. But I've had this working, so I know it works. I just need to understand why I'm not detecting it. Is it that I've bound the wrong keys? Northeast. Key code W, key code D. Wait a minute. WASD. Yeah, that's right. Let's have a quick look in Leafwing Input Manager. For chord and see if anyone else has reported a similar issue. When one part of a chord is released, other parts with their own actions bound will activate. Looks like we're going to have some ads in a sec. Chords don't work with dual axis. Add comparison with other Bevy crates. Resolve button conflicts. They defined their own type for this. Oh no, that's the test for it. Chord is input chord new. But what is this input chord type? Input chord. A combined input that groups multiple user inputs together. Input chord. I do not understand. Why am I not using user input chord? I feel like I'm missing something fundamental here. I wonder if the big green robot's had this library for long enough that it knows about it. if your Bevy leaf wing input manager information is up to date enough, can you suggest why inputs of the type user input chord do not seem to be recognized? Thanks for searching the web for me. Yeah. Nice try, big green robot. I added the plugin, right? Yes. Input map new. Yep, that's what I did. Input manager bundle. Except it's using res action state action. Really? Is that one? I was following Alice's example, I thought. Let's try it. I was querying the player. ChatGPT only knows about Bevy 11 and earlier. Yeah, it's it used to only know about Bevy 8. It's kind of had an update lately. I just thought it might have the basics. I don't think we still store these things in res. But you never know, so let's find out. Yeah, definitely not a thing. That resource is not there. So, you are saying that there is a resource added by that name. I think you are well and truly out of date. This is saying spawn input manager bundle with map input map. Just slightly different. Because it's not typed. So let's try that. Let's do things differently. Let's be let input map equals, and then get rid of all this shit. Certainly cleaner. Okay, query action state move with player. Feel like I've got one too many things. Or is it get single? Can't remember. Nope, just single. And what's your issue? No, so just pressed. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I see. Okay. Let's see if that's an improvement of any kind. No output at all. That's kind of annoying. Definitely no output. Let's try. Else. I don't know. Can you output the state? Or is it too complex an object? Probably doesn't implement debug. Oh, maybe it does. I'm definitely going to have to go to bed soon. Okay, action data 0. It's not registering any key presses whatsoever. Interesting. Okay, let's go back to the example. Maybe I'm missing some more things. Add plugins, input manager plugin, action defaults. We did that, right? Nope. God damn it. Ah, that's so annoying. This whole time. I definitely need to go to bed. Add plugins. God damn it. Input manager plugin move. Default. It does help if you add the plugin you're working on. Sigh. You have to go for the day. It's getting a bit late. No worries. Thanks so much for stopping by. Don't give up on Bevy. Hey, it works. Oh my God. Now I can go to bed. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. The things we screw up. Okay. Commit, commit, commit. Add basic movement keys. Push. Finally. Can't believe it. All right. And we will choose some variety of raid target. And we'll see who's on for our team. Nobody. Okay, I'm pretty sure Beegs is still streaming, so we'll raid into Beegs. Thanks so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. And we'll see you again soon. Oh, he's offline.
Buying Fortnite skins IRL. Oh my god, that's scary. Accurate.
Ha! He's offline. I suppose I can still raid. Let's try it. That was really weird. I don't understand why he went away.
Have any markers that I can wash off though? Yo, Basie!